Hello, thanks for tuning in. My name is Dan Delisandri. I am delivering the Get Your Act Together Ableton Live course on a Monday at 4 p.m. During the time in between, I'm going to be posting some of my top tips for using Ableton Live software. So this week we are looking at converting audio loops, audio files into MIDI. During my last live lesson, we were looking at using MIDI devices and programming MIDI into the software to make beats, bass lines and synths. My top tip today is about using existing audio files and converting them into MIDI. So if I load up Ableton Live software, here we go. So at the moment we've got 2 MIDI channels and 2 audio. So at the moment I'm just going to delete these MIDI channels. We won't be using those. And yeah, we're going to be putting the audio loops into the audio channels here. So if I go down, I've got a pre-save folder here with a few sounds in here. So let's take, for example, let's start with some drums. So let's choose, these are part of one of the packs that come with Ableton, the beat selection, which you can download for free from the Ableton website. Okay, so let's take that beat there. If you just drag and drop it into an empty cell here, and here we can hear, if you just preview it before you actually convert it. That's quite slow, so let's speed that up again. Put it back to its original 120 beats per minute. So it's quite a simple kind of house beat, tech house beat. Okay, so in order to convert it into MIDI, if you just right click on that clip, and then you see in the menu there's these options here. So we've got convert drums to MIDI, convert melody to new MIDI, or convert harmony. So today, well, first I'm going to begin with converting drums to a new MIDI track. Okay, so let's click on that, and then you'll notice it quickly analyzes it, and then it creates a new version of the audio, but this time it's a MIDI channel. So if I just mute this, click on that there, and we can have a little listen to what it sounds like. So I'm guessing how the software works, how it analyzes it, isn't always as perfect as it does actually sound in the audio file. So what we can do, as per my last lesson, feel free to watch back about quantizing. We can quantize the MIDI here to get it nice and tight and in time. So if you double click on the MIDI clip, it will show you here all the parts of it, all the different drums. Okay, so what we can do here, so if you just highlight them all, right click, and then quickly go to our quantize settings. At the moment it's in 16ths, so if that's good because that's got some 16 notes at the top, so let's use that. And you see it's just shifted those in time now. There you go, so that sounds pretty good. I could, if I wanted to, just delete those and just use the bottom beat, for example. Or I could just take the tops, use the hi-hats as a separate rhythm on another beat. Different ways, obviously. Feel free to delete the MIDI that you don't want to use. And what we can do next, we can actually change the drum kit. Obviously this drum kit's quite a basic kind of 606 drum kit, so we're going to use something which is a bit different. So if you just double click on the top channel, and it shows you all the information at the bottom. Now if you click on this little circle here with the arrows on, it allows you to switch the drum kit around, and yeah, you can load a new drum kit into your project. So if you click on that, it will go orange, and then it takes you to the drum section. And as I've said in my previous videos, before you commit to putting something into your session over here, if you just click on it once, and you'll hear a preview. So let's go for that one. Just double click, and it's switched it over now. So then we just depress this, and then it goes back to normal, and then we can't change it. So if you now have a little listen. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to shift, let's put some of these MIDI notes on a slightly different snare drum. At the moment we've got this it's all lined up on this snare drum here. I'm going to put not the main kind of snare beat on the second beat of the bar. I'm going to move the other kind of accidental notes, kind of fills, you could call them, onto different notes. So let's move that, shift that one up, shift that one up. So let's put that's on a clap. So let's move these up to the other snare drum. Oh, there we go. And we could do the same with some of the hi-hats as well. So let's move some of these ones up as well. Let's move that one, that one, that one. Just kind of doing it a bit random, but sometimes when you do it a bit random, it does actually sound pretty cool. Yeah, there you go. I think that sounds pretty cool. So yeah, so you can have change the sounds that you want to use on your drum kit there. We're going to do the same thing, but this time, so I'm going to delete that audio channel now. So we're just left with MIDI here, and we're going to choose a bass line. Let's do the same thing with a bass line this time. So let's go to that folder there, and then let's find let's see if there's any others that we could. Would that one work?
Fresh.
Let's try that one there. Okay, so I'm going to drag and drop the bass loop over here. So how do they sound together? Okay, so let's just mute the drums. We don't need to hear them at the moment. Right click on the bass clip. Go to this time, convert melody into new MIDI track. So analyze, this is a bit of a longer file, so it takes a little bit longer to analyze. We'll mute that because we don't want to hear it. And now double click on the MIDI, and this is what it is analyzed. Oh, click on that there. So that's pretty good. So I'm a bit fussy, I just like to have everything nice and quantized. So select all, quantize it. There we go, you see those shifted over. And again, I don't really like that bass sound, so double click on the MIDI channel at the top, click on the circle here, and then it will take you to the, or you can go to up to your sounds, and then bass, and then these are all my bass sounds here. Something a bit normal. Okay, the analog saw, double click on that, that loads it in there. Delete that audio. So now we're left with the bass. And so on. So you could keep adding more and more beats that you like, melodies, if you find some piano sounds that you like, some chords. If you are going to be doing some chords, maybe you can use, let's just get
Fresh. Good.
So if you're going to use that one, if that were some strings, you could then go to harmony, convert harmony into new MIDI, so it works out the harmonies in the audio as well. So yeah, it's a really, really cool feature within Ableton to have a little mess around with. I use it a lot. If you're stuck for a bit of inspiration, it's good to kind of get your tracks going just by converting some audio, seeing what you can kind of extract from the audio into MIDI. And yeah, transpose, change the sounds, get creative. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Please tune in on Monday at 4 PM on the Clothcat YouTube channel for the Get Your Act Together project. Thank you.